Ravi Nayak, B S Yeddyurappa's lawyer, let me come to you first. Now, given the gravity of the charges against Mr. Yeddyurappa, did you seriously expect your plea of anticipatory bail to be accepted by the court?
This is the first of its kind in past 100 years. In a private complaint, a bail application has been rejected. In the history of our country, this is the first of its kind wherein in a private complaint, a bail has been rejected as such. And we in fact expected that the court would grant an order of bail in our favor because of the reason, since it was a private complaint, it should have been tested at the time of frame of charge or at the time of trial. And as such, sending a person behind bars pre-trial was not expected to be done at all. But however, the court felt that at this stage itself, the averments in the complaint would make out a case, and as such, he would not be entitled for bail. In addition to the same, one other event that has occurred is with similar allegations, other accused persons were also there before the court with a similar application, and they have been granted bail, right, except Yeddyurappa. That being the position on the...
In that case, your client must have been very, very surprised at these developments. What was his reaction when he found out that he was going to be behind bars?
Like it was shocking for him as such. He too felt that his political opponents who had made a scheme of implicating him in a private complaint were successful, and he never expected that he would also get a seal of the court as such.
So he says that there was some sort of political reason or some political influence behind what the judge ruled. Is that what he felt?
Not in the sense that there is an influence on the judge as such. It was a scheme made by his political opponents, like I can demonstrate within 2 minutes. Here you can see a sketch over here with regard to the denotifications. The orange color is one done by the previous government chief minister, and the grey color is one which has been done by the governor, and the pink small pockets which could not be developed at all have been denotified by him. And the persons who have denotified the orange color and the grey color as such are the persons behind all the scheme over here. And because these small pockets could not be used for any other purpose, he denotified, and he has been held guilty. That is the sad part of the entire episode.
I'm sure that that Justice Hegde, who's also with us on this program, would disagree. I'll come to him a little later. But first, I want to get a quick reaction in from Manish Tiwari of the Congress. It's kind of ironic, you'd agree, Mr. Tiwari, that all of this that's happening now in Karnataka comes at a time when on the one hand you've got L K Advani on this massive anti-corruption yatra. You've got a man who was chief minister till just a few months back, behind bars today. So it's a duality within the BJP. I'm sure that's what the Congress is arguing today.
Well, I think you've summed it up very aptly. It is indeed very ironic that you have the Bharatiya Janata Party taking out a Jan Chetna Yatra on the issue of corruption, and then you have the former Chief Minister of Karnataka being sent to judicial custody on alleged charges of corruption. You know, we had advised the Bharatiya Janata Party before they started this Jan Chetna Yatra that perhaps it would have been far more appropriate if they would have started it from Bengaluru or from Dehradun, because in Uttarakhand they had to remove a chief minister on perceptual issues, or even from Chandigarh, because they are partners in the Akali BJP government in Punjab, and many of their ministers are facing very serious charges of corruption, even in Punjab. So therefore, it is indeed ironic, where here is a party which tried to seize a moment, but possibly was oblivious of its own hour of reckoning.
So in other words, you feel that the BJP needs to clean up its own house first, right? That's what you're saying, basically.
Well, I think there is a serious need for the Bharatiya Janata Party to introspect, because it is not only Karnataka and it is not only perceptional issues in Uttarakhand or the involvement of its ministers in corruption or alleged corruption in Punjab, but then you also saw the spectacle that the Supreme Court had to cancel the allotment of land in Madhya Pradesh to the Kushabao Thackeray Trust. And most of the top leadership of the Bharatiya Janata Party, including some of the eminences and worthies who are major participants and stakeholders in the Jan Chetna Yatra, were trustees in that Kushabao Thackeray Trust.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.